Huh?
It's not even been a month, only 10 to 12 days.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Welcome,
Okay, so
Sawan. How
today,
are you doing?
Savan ji, mind your language, sir.
Sorry.
So actually, it's already live on YouTube.
The name Pallavi Khan.
And we
Like,
started informally. No problem. So hello everyone. This
It's
is
not
Justice a
fun, sir.
Learner, and we are sorry,
Yes, sir. And just
Savan ji, you're saying something?
yes, sir. It's the name is not Khan. It's Khandale. It's the Marathi title, so it's pronounced too difficult.
oh,
Actually, I guess I'm having weak network. That is not working. Network.
yeah.
But yes. Say again, Savan ji, what were you saying? I guess Savan ji is having weak network. Say again, what
It's a
were you saying, Savan ji?
yes, sir. Gan Prakash ji said Pallavi Khan. It's not Khan. It's Khandale. It's Marathi title. It's difficult to pronounce.
Okay. Yes, Kandale. Hmm. Right. Okay, so today we are going to have a kind of discussion, not a formal class over topics, and the discussion would be, of course, on guess what would be the topic we'll be discussing. Can you guess?
About New Year, sir.
Can anyone? You got right. So this topic is about New Year and how you're going to spend your life in 2016. Like we say, we make resolutions. Hmm? So what resolution you are making for making your life beautiful in this coming year? Like if we say philosophically, of course, we know like the time or the date may change in calendar, it changes every day. But yes, we have a notion, we have a mindset, yeah, something has changed, a new year is there. Well, there wouldn't be anything new if we are observing from that angle, like sun would rise from the same place it was rise. Specifically, you may notice in physics, like still a kind of place is being changed. That is also true. But normally, if we say from generalize, everything is like this day, like the same, and the same thing would happen tomorrow or day after tomorrow. But we have our notion that something new is happening and we relate it with our life. And it happens with us that we create so many plans to follow. So, what are the things you are going to add in your wish list? Wish list. We are going to talk about that. And we will be also talking that how we can actually make our life beautiful. Either we want some hobbies to be continued, or we want some goals to be achieved, or we want to plan anything in our life. So of course that would be part of resolution because people are making. There would be some people like Gyan Prakash ji who would not be making any resolution. uh, so he will be also sharing his unique idea that how he's going to spend his time. So without wasting our time, let's start. The first question is that how you are going to see yourself in this coming year, that is 2026, and how you will be making your plan, resolution for this. So let me start with Savanji. Be very much comfortable and start speaking.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Uh, I would not plan anything special for New Year because I have been struggling for a job. So I don't think so. It's the right time to celebrate the New Year. But I want to tell you something here. Uh, uh, we the New Year's is after day 1 year. It will be coming. It's not a new fall. If when we can say New Year, when we start to learn new things or anything newly happened in our lives, then we will say that day is New Year for us. And actually, uh, nowadays a new year comes with lot of uh, consumerized and also you can say a lot of noise. And how can we say we are ready for the celebrate the new year? Because if I talk about last year, current year, 2025, we uh, we saw a lot of incidents in this year, a lot of national disasters, and we can say the Supreme Court has recently ordered to destroy the Arauli mountain range below 100 meters, which would be not considered as Arauli ranges. So, and the other side, we have crossed to AQI above 600, and now we can say when we are when we are welcome to the guest in our home, we are clean our house, we decorate our house to feel joy when the guest come, because we say it's ready for the guest. But now we are on the end of the this year, but now we haven't prepared for that, because we are ready for the grand welcome of new year. But what was the past? We have already suffocating here, pollution, so AQI, and we didn't realize that things, not it. So it's somewhere not we can say it's not a good time, and it's not time for celebration. And as you know, the celebration nowadays we are watching our surroundings. It's not a celebration. It's contain a we can say a lot of garbage and useless things. There is no any celebration, because we don't have a perfect minute, or we can say we are not celebrate as we want, as we should. So it's not a good time. But yeah, that's our it's a personal opinion, or we can say that's our choice how to celebrate. But I would like to say I would like I want to say celebrate the new year to to learn new things, or add some new activities or new habits by to stay myself. Also, as past year, in this year 2025, I lost a lot of times in useless things, and also useless goal. So I realized, but I'll try my best, and I just hope this time this I made a lot of mistake. I would not. I just try to it. It will not happen again, and I utilize my time in meaningful goals, and also try my best. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So, what I can say about your opinions about New Year, you just compared it in context of climate, and the world is facing the global issues, and even in term of India, like how we are going to have this New Year as fresh or new start when we are already doing, something which is not healthy for our environment. We are already polluting it. Aqua you talked about. Even when you were talking about it, I just um, thought about the Paris Agreement. You may have heard about this. So the 10 years goal could not be achieved to the mark. Even when I was searching for the climate change issues last year in 2024, in the month of February, it was um, with the hike of 1.75 degrees Celsius, and they said that we must stop it. We must stop it, and we must reduce it by um, 1.5 to 2 degrees Celsius. But it did not actually decrease, but it eventually increased. So we are living in a doomsday, of course. Okay, so we'll be looking forward to more opinions and what resolutions you guys are going to make and how you're going to see this new year and your life. So let me come to Gyan Prakash ji. How would you place your thought here over the same topic?
Thank you, sir, for giving me the chance. I agree with the points given by Savanji. Yeah, like we at least should have a reason to celebrate. We don't have any reason to celebrate, then why we are celebrating? Even I was watching the video of Moony Nights series by Achar Prasant on the app. He was saying like people are celebration is not bad, but there should be at least a reason to celebrate. We don't have any reason, even like we are ready to celebrate um, just to like consume or just to have fun or um, just to yeah just to consume, I can say. And yeah, if I talk about the um, resolutions, I'll say I have to work upon my body, like building body, and also learning English, for like speaking fluently and with the accent, because that will help me a lot in my career, I can say, or teaching. And I don't have much more goals, so I have just two goals, like in the for the next year, and that's all. Thank you.
Well kept your point with honesty and all. Um, I'd like to go with Pallavi for her to speak on the same topic. How do you see this new year in your life, and what are your plans for this coming calendar
First of
change?
all, thank you for giving me this golden opportunity. And good evening, sir. And good evening, all of you. And uh, in this new year, I will be adapting studying with truth, um, or staying with truth, and I will be adapting new things, and I will keep my ego and start my journey and new year more. I will do my study and focus my work, and we will celebrate my new year eating and at eating misal pav with my brother, and also me and my brother to start reading book um, at this new year and at days, and this habit is good for my brother and also me. And in my mind I have not specific things to celebrate new year. I celebrate every day while doing my studying with enjoying freedom. And thank you for asking.
Thanks for keeping your points here, Pallavi. So you are also going in the same line. I just want to listen from Surjit ji if he is going to give some different points over it. So Surjit ji, how do you see this year coming 2026, and how would you relate your life? How do you want to see yourself in this new year?
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening.
Sir, please repeat again what you get.
How do you see your life in 2026? And like people have talked over like how we can celebrate New Year. They are saying like the same things, and even the polluted planet, and we have done a lot of consumption as per Savanji, and we are still doing it. And even if we talk about the population, we already know like our country is most populated. So you can even talk about that issue, or you may talk about your resolution, that what are your plans for this 2026. And so this new date which is coming to be there on your calendar, perhaps you may buy a new calendar. So with this that new calendar, what you're going to have in your life? Is there anything which you will change in your life, or is there any plan you will be going according?
Yes, sir. So, first of all, thank you for giving me a golden opportunity to say something on a New Year. So, sir, I don't have any plan for New Year because uh, uh, because when uh, I hear to Acharya ji, uh, I have not or mm, I need not to uh, I need not to pre-plan to anything. So uh, mm, vocab
You may use some Hindi words, you can get help
yes
of those words.
yes yes. So uh, I think after listening to आचार्य जी से पहले जब से आचार्य जी को सुनता था उससे पहले का प्लान मेरा रहता था सर कि
Before I started listening to Acharya ji, my plan used to be such like,
यस तो दैट कि I assembled in one particular place and take some beer and non-veg also and ये DJ floor on DJ floor I when the clock uh, uh, the clock showing on clock showing 12th a.m. I started to dance uh, and take liquor and non-veg
liquor,
also. So,
liquor,
yes,
and
liquor
non-veg.
and non-veg also. So this is the afterlife plan uh, to join Ajarji session. So I think now I don't have any plan. I read every day a new book or a new poem or I I want to walk to new places. I want to see new places and I mm, prefer to uh, prefer to learn more new things. So if you if you uh, ready for absorb new things, so I think you have live every day for a new year or new day.
You live,
So
live, not leave,
yes,
live. Yeah.
yes, yes. So आई थिंक यही कहना चाह रहा हूँ सर कि अब पता नहीं चलता कि मतलब नया साल है क्या नहीं है तो
Even you don't care like this is a new year or not. Well,
यस
I would add my point here. Things are not about ignorance. Like if people are having it as New Year, of course, this is something which may come as our heartbeat must be increasing because we know like every day things are being worse and worse. So if you even talk about like equi, Savanji has talked over. So this is continuously we look like the things which are being more worse than the previous year which we have had in our life. And if we talk about these 3 to 5 years, these are the most peak years where climate collapse have been noticed so widely. And if we compare these years with last even lakhs of year, then there wouldn't have been this much situation. So this is an alarming situation. As the time goes, we must be concerned that what we are actually doing. I have a kind of file of thing which I've researched last year. I would like to read some of the data that may still relate, and you may start with those facts, and you may understand better that what we are currently and what we must be, and how we can have a change. Like I would quote Carl Jung, the best way to light others is to know your own darkness. So let us know our own darkness, talking of these facts as well. So where do we stand? So factual overview of issues which I've collected. So I have written this and I'm going to just read it. Today, we are in an era where the world, and especially India, is grappling with several complex and deep rooted problems. Solving these issues cannot be achieved by the efforts of individuals, but a single institution, not a single institution as well. It requires collective action, and we are in collective ignorance, right? So let us first talk about some 10 major problems, major issues which we all must know, right? So number one, as already you may have been relating with, that is climate change. That is the biggest issue the uh, world is facing now, and that is also being ignored. There is term climate denialism. So there are the people who are denying it continuously, and these are big names. So, if we talk about this issue, climate change and environmental crisis, over 2 million deaths occur annually in India due to pollution only. And even now, you have added that extra thing, that is AQI. This is the research of last year I had done. Okay, so this has been, mm, much and more polluting in that situation when we are comparing this with that research and this research. So rising temperature, melting glaciers, and deforestation pose severe issues and challenges. Even Savanji has talked over Aravali Hills issue, right? Like Supreme Court even has declared that thing like 100-meter range and all the things. So this is the source. This is the thing which I have collected from Aaj Tak News channel. And what we can do, we can just do this thing, that as much as we can try to spread awareness. And I must not say this word try, we must go forward and spread this awareness as much as we can. We must put ourselves in kind of research. We are doing such things like we are having our time with family, friends. On New Year, we are going outside, consuming the things. So better you may sit and research and get some knowledge, collect the data, and then talk with your friends. That would be a good way of celebrating something. You may, if even if you may call it new, right? So if you're going with your friends, you may get chance to have a crowd. So why not talking of the things? Because they would not be interested, I know. But this is your core responsibility, that if you came to know that truth, that fact, then you must bring it among them. So that was the first issue I have researched over. And even I talked over like 1.75 hike in 2024 in the month of February. It may have increased perhaps. I didn't check the latest data. For that, we can go for IPCC and other sites. And second issue is water and food wastage. You may have observed in your surrounding as well, like when you are going and passing by, people are using motors um, s- for taking waters, and then it keeps on being on, and even we forget the things. So these are the small things, small steps. Of course, we when we are talking of real things, we are not going to talk about only small steps, because the first thing we have already covered, that is climate issue, climate change, and that relates with the population, right? If there are more people, there would be a lot of consumption, and when there would be a lot of consumption, there would be more pollution. This is the logic is very simple. More pollution, and then the environment would be more destroyed, and then the thing which comes in our environment, like we see the situation of Delhi, even the place you may have been living, you may think like the AQI is good, but that is not healthier. If you talk about healthy AQI, it is below 50, and if you talk of like you can manage, it is 100 or 150. Am I right, Gyan Prakash ji? You may search it right now. Like what is an healthy range of AQI?
Yeah, like below 50 is good, and
Good.
more
Yeah.
than 50 is like
100 to
not
150 you can
good.
manage.
Yeah,
There is no
100,
problem.
100 up to 100.
Yes.
not more than 100.
So if you are looking actual data, like what it says, that below 50 you must have as a good AQI, but we are crossing 500 even like in Delhi. But even in our city, if you check, if you feel like, yeah, my city is good, your city is not good in terms of AQI too. And water wastage we are talking about, so you will be surprised to notice that this is the news of news 18. Um, every day India wastes approximately 48.4 million cubic meters of water, while 160 million people lack access of clean water. There are 160 million people. It means how many lakhs? This would be 1 crore 60 lakh people. They are having the drainage of clean water. They are having a scarcity of water. Hmm? And if we talk about food wastage, you may guess like food wastage would be found in which specific field? Can you guess that? Can anyone here guess that in which?
Marriage.
Yes, you are right. Most probably we see like in marriage, the big parties, food is going to be wasted a lot. If you include other parties and things, then you will be finding this is a big data. So let us talk some facts of food as well. India wastes 40% of its food annually. It means if there is 100% of um, production, 40% is wasted. And then we talk of that there are people who are dying with hunger. You will be surprised to notice that there are 20 crores of people who sleep bare uh, stomach every day. They do not eat anything at night. So while 200 million people go to bed hungry, like which I have talked about, 20 crore of the people, and this is the source from Time of Agriculture and Jagran News. I'll be sharing this file with you as well. And if we talk about mental health crisis, like we are saying, like we are living in a modern era and we are going to celebrate it. Let's all come together and celebrate the party, right? So according to a 2023 the Jagran report, um, every fourth person in India suffers from a mental health issue. So this is the thing we are having, and we talk of celebration, we talk of happiness, how happy we are. So, and if we talk about economical inequality, like in India, 10% of India's population holds 77% of property and all kind of thing, wealth, national wealth. There are just top 10% people who are having or who are holding 77% of the wealth in our country. And there are the people who are actually struggling for their even, um, you know, mm, for actually bread and butter. So they are not getting that. So you may find these things as well, and you may also find like how many people are homeless in India. If you remember, Surjit, we researched over it. Do you remember that how much data that was? 20 million or what? Do you remember that? You may search it now. How many people are homeless in India? So 10% population is holding 77% of wealth of our nation, and there are the people who are struggling for basic necessities. This is also surprising, and we are saying like we are going to celebrate New Year. And if we are talking about protection against technological misuse, according to Nab Bharat Times, India reported over 5,000 cyber crimes cases daily, and it may have increased. This is the data of 2024. And if we are talking about misinformation and disinformation, this is something like false news, false things are being spread over social media. According to MIT study, that is a kind of institute, known institute. So MIT study, false news spreads 70% faster than true news. So it is our core responsibility to hold, and we must bring these facts in front of them because no one is working on that. And media is not also showing it particularly specifically. Have you found that how many people are homeless in India? 1.77 million. Yeah, I was saying about 2 million. Yeah. So this is
But
yeah,
that is according to 2011
yes.
census.
It would be more than that. If you go through like 4 million, it may reach. So there are the people who are not having, they are homeless. So, well, I would be also count in something like I'm homeless. I'm not having my own home. Okay. So, 70% false news, it is a data of MIT. False news it spreads 70% faster than the true ones. And if we are talking about gender inequality, India ranks 127th out of 146 countries. This is the data of 2023, the Global Gender Gap Report. And over 50% of women aged between 15 to 29 are neither employed nor studying. This is the case we are having. And this is because we are having those social norms like women and this, that way. They should not go out and all the things. So that is the condition that between the this age group 15 to 29, the women 50% women are neither studying nor employed. Women own only 9% of agriculture land despite comprising 42% of the workforce. It means if there are 42% of women who are working in field, there are only 9% women who are having actual land ownership. So this is also inequality with that population we call women. Women account for only 21% of mobile internet users in India. Only 21% of them are having internet connections for themselves and use. And on average, 86 rape cases are reported daily in India. And these are from these sources: WEF, Aastak, NCRB. And if we talk about meat consumption and environment damage, firstly you have to understand like why I'm talking about it, because meat consumption is also one of the part which plays major role in climate crisis. How? You may search now on Google and you will find like what is the percentage of greenhouse gas emission through meat consumption. You will be surprised to notice. Just search it now. What is the percentage of um, greenhouse emission by meat industry, livestock market you may search. So
It is
according to
about 30 to 33,
yeah,
I
30 to
think.
30 to 30 or 30, no, no, search it again, like just search it right now.
30 to 33 percent, 33%.
Search it now once again, like I guess it is more than what you're saying, or perhaps it may have changed because I searched it in 2024. That time I used to have time. According to a UN report, 14.5% of global greenhouse gas has emission are attributed to animal agriculture. So this is what I have searched. You may search now latest data. So this is 14.5% of global greenhouse gases are emitted just by livestock market. And this may also increase by 14.5 to 19%. So a good range in that thing as well. You may search and tell me latest data if you're getting. So rising meat consumption in India contributes to climate change and puts immense pressure on resources. Like those who talk of like you are eating plant, they are also feeling pain. I would say like those who are eating meat, they are fed with the plants and water and all the things. So there you are actually draining a lot of things. Like you are actually having usage of those plants which are being fed to those animals, and then you are eating meat. You may search that 1 kilogram of meat would comprise how much plant and all food to be given to a let's say got. You may search that. You may be finding the exact data if that is available. Producing, yeah, and what I have searched over it, you may search latest data I'm reading here. Producing 1 kilogram of meat requires 15,415 liter of water, while producing 1 kilogram of wheat requires only 503 liters. So there, this is the data for water. So for 1 kilogram meat, you have to use 15,415 kilogram of 15 liter of water, and 1 kilogram of wheat you have to utilize 503 liters of water. And deforestation for meat production leads to the extinction of many species. Every day it is being noticed. This is estimated data, like 30 to 35 species are going extinct. You may search particularly over that as well. So these are the reports from United Nation report on climate change, FAO report, PETA India, and Sentient Media. And when we are talking about formal education with right philosophy, you would not find anything. In India, the rate of student suicides is growing faster. Like they are committing suicide than the population. And if you are talking about the study of 2023, we find only 45% of Indian graduate possess the skills required to meet industry demand. So there are the people who are unemployed. They are unemployed because they are not possessing any skill that can be um, used or utilized in an industry. So this is what we have taken from our education. And this is not only just because our education system is having some, you know, kind of limitations, or it is lagging behind in some of the stuff. This is also the thing, like how corrupted we are, because on the name of education, on the name of project, what we are doing. And even though if we are talking about the areas like UP and Bihar, we know that what things goes here, right? According to a 2022 report, approximately 1 in 4 Indians, or 22.3, are illiterate, despite the literacy rate increasing from 73 in 2011. This is the report of 11. So in 2011, the literacy rate was 73%. And if we found like how many of them are able to write and read the things in written in particular language, so that literacy was 22.3%. So that is also surprising that 77.7% are literate formally, but informally they do not know anything. So a UNICEF report estimates that by 2030, over half of the Indian students passing grade 12 will lack the skill needed to secure a job. So this is what happening. And I'm going to talk about the last issue which I have noted. So that is the idea of great thinkers like Bhagat Singh, Mahatma Gandhi, and Swami Vivekanand still hold the power to guide society toward a better future. However, 80% of young people have never deeply studied these thinkers and philosophers. So this is what our India is. So we need to promote revolutionary thinkers and philosophers, because those ideas, those thoughts will be actually the guidelines, the pathway they will be showing. And if we are working on that, even if you work on the core philosophy of Bhagat Singh, and he promotes communism and Marxism, even if you are going with those philosophers, those revolutionaries, there would be a change. But this is about awareness. This is about taking interest. If you talk of reading books with the people, they would say, we do not have time. Or if they are reading, they are specifically reading for their selfish issues, like they want to crack some kind of exams and all. Nobody is reading uh, these revolutionaries whom we respect on national holidays or national celebration. We say Bhagat Singh Jindabad, but we are not we are not living the life of Bhagat Singh. We are not actually living the thoughts of Bhagat Singh, living the idea of Bhagat Singh. So this is not about the slogan. This is about the life you must live, you must have according to the philosophy they have given to us. So that is what I have talked of from my side. These were the facts. Now, if you wish to add anything, you may. You're welcome.
I would like to say something, sir. As you mentioned, actually, yes, I appreciate. I fully agree with you. You said actually we don't have any idealistic. It's mean we don't read the
Right,
uh,
idols.
books of those freedom fighters who
Yeah.
really who sacrificed their lives and their thoughts. We don't adopt it. So that's why we are something leading in uh, we can say lack of skills, or in our academic goal also. We only running in the job race. We don't have a we don't want to, if we are start to reading, or for those people who has sacrificed their lives who has really grateful their thoughts and lives, then I think we don't need to a job, because we forget, all of us. We don't wrap on this such like things, job or career. We don't, because they don't want that thing that time, because they have already self motivated. They use their time to read the books, try to learn new things, and now we are just running running through the job for money, earning money, and struggling for bread and butters. Yeah, struggling for bread and butter is enough, but with we also adopt these things to try to learn new things, and also how can we it should be helpful in life also. And if we are start to read or those books, it will be also help in our professional personal life also, as well as also professional, because it's we can say it will work like a trigger. Then you don't need any outer source for motivated. If you read, if you realize what they how they spend their lives, and what types of they have goal, and how they utilize their times. So these types of activity, if we realize, then I think we'll be live a better life. Yes.
Mentioned, you mentioned rightly. Things are quite, you know, mm, quite a part of responsibility on our shoulders if we understand these things. And if you are understanding, and even then you are in ignorance, then that is, of course, hypocrisy. So if we understand these things, this is our core responsibility first, that we must promote all of these things. We are talking with the people. If they are coming to our lives, if they are coming in part of kind of celebration we are keeping, even we are having friends, and if they are not talking of these issues, why are we actually living with them? If they are not likely to be participating in these kind of talks, why shall we live life with them? Why not to boycott them? Why shall we have those friends, those who do not talk of these responsibilities? But these are the people who talk of big things, big ideas, and remember those revolutionaries having great slogans and talking of like Bhagat Singh Zindabad, Subhash Chandra Bose Amar Rahe. So these are the things being promoted on that. And when you are talking about the core philosophy, have you read the life of Subhash Chandra Bose? He has been an author as well. He has written his autobiography, which was not complete, An Indian Pilgrim. Have you read the Jail Diary of Bhagat Singh? These were actually uh, revolutionaries who has left behind the great literature for us to read and lead. But we are not doing the same thing. But of course, when you ask a man, do you love your country? They will proudly say, I love my India. And they will say, I feel proud on being Indian. Why do you feel proud on being Indian? Are you a great personality so that India must feel proud on you? So if you say your country is great, your India is great, you must be great first. You are living the greatness. You are living the greatness on the name of those revolutionaries whom you are not following. So you do not have right to say your country is great until you are great. Gyan Prakash ji, would you like to add something?
Not yet. I want to know how do you plan to spread the awareness?
As I said, as I mentioned, I quoted Carl Jung. My plan is quite simple, like Surjit ji has mentioned already his plans. So this is quite similar. And the life I'm living is quite having interval of change after connecting with Acharya Prasant. And I would openly speak like if in today's era you connect a person with Acharya Prasant name, and when I'm talking about connection, I'm talking about his Gita sessions, then that would be enough for that thing, because the problem is not outside, the problem is here, right? But I remember Bhagat Singh here. If you want revolution outside, there must be revolution inside first. I have a book right now. I just see this Sanghars Apne Virudh. You cannot see that. Yeah, this is the thing. Sanghars Apne Virudh. So this is the thing. Firstly, we need to look back to ourselves. We are living on a Punya Bhumi of Swami Vivekananda, who has talked of renunciation, but we have forgotten this. We are always talking in the sense of money and all the things. I do not disagree that money is not useful. Of course, we must run our life. Like Savanji has already mentioned, struggling for bread and butter is not a problem. But what are you actually doing on the name of the things? You're earning, you are consuming, you're going, you're celebrating, and you're even having these kind of celebration with whom we call national celebration. They are just nothing but intellectual consumerism. You talk of those great personality, but you do not understand their philosophy. And if you you say that you understand their philosophy, it is not being reflected in your life. So how come it is understood by you? And if you have understood, you may have started awareing the people. So my plan is quite simple. Firstly, need to I need to work on myself, and I'm working. I'm going with the books. I have left my job, which I was working kind of like I'm a teacher, so people say it like you are having a respectful job and all the things. But I have seen that system, and that system, what is happening, the things are not quite on the same track. I have tried my level best, and I have worked. This is not the thing like all the schools are bad. I have worked with most of the schools, and in last time where I worked, I just did some kind of workshop over there. But at the end, when it comes of the things like a school also runs on those parents who are having the same concern. And what concern they are having? They are having that their children must learn in such a way so that they must hold a good position in their life. They are talking of those designated places where they can consume more, like they must earn and all the things. So the philosophy is not here interlinked with the thoughts of those revolutionaries, but this is something we are having the mindset directly on monetary and all the things. Mindset on monetary is not a problem, but center must be truth. If our center is truth, we may need money. Like for spreading this awareness, we must need money, because there are the things if we want to surpass some of the things, even if you want to like uh, distribute good books and you want to donate it because people will not buy it, you need money, right? So I'm working on my skills to improve. I'm working on reading, and I'm working. This is not a plan. I have to pick. I have to just enhance the things which I'm having, like my time, which is being uh, monotonous, like which is being wasted in same kind of pattern thing. I may stop doing all those things, and I must try working on the things which is not monotonous, but that is more creative, and that may help me to give light so that I can aware other personalities too. So those who are in my connection, first thing that I have stopped being in those connections with who are not listening to these right issues, and I'm only in those contacts who are listening to these issues. Except the things like, yes, I'm working as a teacher there. I uh, teach different subjects, science, mathematics, in even English here. So that is not a problem, because of course that is part of avidya. People may come like, are you creating an impact? That is being reflected when I am having those sessions. Even today I'm talking of this thing. So don't you think this is being reflected? And even this is being reflected where I am having tutoring services. I don't fear. So that is the thing we may have. Firstly, we have to clear the doubt of our own. We have to see our own darkness, where we stand, collect those facts, make a file, keep it with you as you prepare for your competitive exam. Why don't you prepare for these climate issues? Aren't they that much important that your competitive exam and all the things, whatever you are doing, even your like professional work? So we must give that much concern to these issues, and that's what I'm planning to do. Reading books, um, collecting data, talking with the people, having right relationship, and living a life of elevation, like you have already talked of. I'm including some sports in my life which I have not ever included, because that is breaking my ego and limits. And I have joined gym and all the things. So these are the some personal things you may include. The thing which is elevating the level of consciousness, that is something which is worthy for you. So that is what I'm going to do. I wouldn't say that these are the great things, but these are the small steps for my betterment. When I would be better, the surrounding would be better, of course. You got your answer? Jan Prakash ji.
Yeah, one more thing, like if we see we can say rationally, the things which are happening are not going to change in, like we can say, in 5 years. And a climate crisis is something which is, we can say, now is unavoidable, because the facts are saying that is not going to be reversed, or that is not going to stop if we see the changes which are happening. So, as in the last or the second last session of Acharya ji, one person asked about the people who are not at a level where they, I don't know, I'm saying just they are not understanding that thing, like they are not able to demand from the government about government, and um, to force the government to form the rules and the regulations to stop the climate change. So to protect them, one person asked, how can we make them to stop giving birth, or how can we make them aware, at least, so they don't face those kind of thing. Then Acharya replied that you can spread the awareness in kind of the
You
flyers,
must
or
you must possess power for that as well, because when they understand the things, when they have facts but they are not listening to it, then there is only like power you can show, and you can just convert them into your company,
yeah.
because they are after power. They are not after facts, they are not after knowledge, they are simply after power. They talk of monetary only. The philosophy in youth, the goes in the same way. Paisa sab kuch hai. So their center is only money. I would again say, like, money is not a problem, but paisa sab kuch hai, this is the bad philosophy. We must say truth sab kuch hai, sach sab kuch hai, but we do not listen to it. Even there are people who make fun of these things. भाई सच्चे बनोगे ना तो लुट जाओगे. There are the reels being viral on Instagram. And our revolutionaries teach us that चाहे लुट जाओ चाहे मर जाओ, either you die or you live. That isn't a issue, but you must move on the pathway of truth. And they have shown it with their life. They did not even talk of these big ideas, utopian ideas. So even if I say climate change is unavoidable, what is my responsibility? My responsibility is to keep on living. This thing can be learned from the life of Bhagat Singh. He knew that he is going to die today. He knew that like date was declared. Yeah, he died one day before earlier, but he knew that fact. Even then, that time he was reading Lenin. So when kind of jailer or something, someone who came and said, now it's time to go, then he said, like, this is kind of saying कि रुक जाओ, अभी एक क्रांतिकारी दूसरे क्रांतिकारी से बात कर रहा है. I'm reading something. Let me complete that. So even at that time he's reading. So it teaches what? It's not about it's avoidable or unavoidable. It's about what you are doing. It's not about like we say it's unavoidable, so let's not fight. It's about even it is unavoidable, we will fight. We will do our uh, duties. We will follow what we need to do. We must live from the center of truth, even if lies and these things are winning. If even we see it clearly, my responsibility is to fight only. We may also learn from those like the sons of how many of you have watched Char Sahebzade? Aurangzeb. It is quite obvious Aurangzeb is actually having all the things with himself, all the power and all the things, and he's saying you can only survive if you convert in our religion. They are not converting. That is the power of truth. Even I know I'll die. Even I know I'll just be defeated on that surface level, but I won't be defeated from here. Nanam Chinnati Shastrani, Nanam Dahat Pavaka. Na chainam kilidanti apo, na sosyat maruta. There is something inside which won't die because that has no birth, no death. And that is something which is making me fight. And fighting is not about like you're going and there's a keeping a gun and shooting something. This is the actual fight you're having. Fight every day with those who are not listening, with those who do not agree with these issues, those who feel like their petty issues are bigger than these climate crisis talks. What would you say, Pallavi?
I have no idea about this. So,
If you do not have any idea, you must have idea. Keep on researching. This is your responsibility. This is your homework now. So you may research on the things, some issues, climate change, gender inequality. Some question may come to your mind, like how many people die every day, how many people are born every day. This is something you can research. This data says like 1.65 lakh people uh, die every day, and 3.5 lakh people, or more than that, 3.65 lakh people are born every day. A great difference. More population, more
yes.
consumption, more pollution. So these are the things you may put yourself in a research. Look,
Okay, sir.
if climate change is unavoidable, we are going to die. So at least live a right life, even if you're planning like future. So this is something like this is a good logic if you want to take. If you're planning for something, some aspirations, like I want to see myself as this designated personality, I'll have good money. You will not be living for consuming those. So start living greatly. Even in that case, start living with truth. If the situation is death only, you will die, then why dying with lies? Die with truth. At least there would be some dignity inside. Why dying with lies? Die with truth. Surjit when I speak,
Yes, sir. So, but when I hear that type of sentences, someone afraid inside. So,
that person will keep on being afraid. That person will
yes,
keep on being afraid. But there is something. This is our tendency of being afraid. You get afraid when you are challenged something advanced. Like when you go to gym, you're afraid of having extra push-ups. But when you try, you keep on elevating yourself. When you were
yes,
jumping from an area, like in childhood, we used to challenge our friends. Oh my God, this much? No, 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 I can't jump. But when we actually jumped, nothing felt like that. It was difficult. No, it wasn't. The fear was of mine, but we knew that yeah, we can do it. So
yes.
that tendency will work, and we will not stop our work because of these tendencies. My tendency is to be afraid of death and all those big words I may feel. But my center is to fight.
Yes.
Kind of thing like I used to say to me कि डर तो बहुत लगता है पर डर से डरने का मन नहीं करता. डर तो बहुत लगता है पर अब डर से डरने का मन नहीं करता. आई नो आई एम फियरफुल. आई नो डर लगता है. आई नो आई गेट अफ्रेड. बट अब डर से डरने का मन नहीं करता. दिस शुड बी अवर फिलोसफी.
I think afraid is a manyata, sir.
Or what? Fear is what? So if you may see like all from that thing, this body would not die. This would change its form. What is fear? Fear is the coming from the center of ego. And ego is illusion, then
Mm.
fear would be also illusion. Simple. And we are talking of this thing. This would not change. I know even I'm saying that fear. I know I also fear. Everyone fears. तो उसको हम avoid नहीं कर सकते. That is also unavoidable. But even I am fearing, I would not stop doing the right work. At least I can do that. Like my hand is having a stress, but I am holding something which is very important. Okay, let's take one example. You're holding a kind of liquid or something, and you're moving very slowly, and you are holding it at an angle, and your hand is having a lot of stress and pain, and you feel like, okay, there is a little more to go. So you do not stop. You keep on moving until you reach, right? So this is our situation. Even this is putting a stretch. Even this is giving us pain. We are not stopping. We are having hope. Okay, don't worry. We are just saying to ego, don't worry. We are about to reach. Don't worry. Don't worry. We are about to reach. So this must be our condition. दर्द तो होगा.
Yes.
What do you think?
And
Like those revolutionaries who were whipped with by those Britishers, they were not feeling pain. Of course, their body was. They were also having the bodies. Yeah, you're saying something.
yes, I hear Acharya, or I read something that if you afraid, uh, मतलब अगर आपको डर लग रहा है तो आप एक बड़े डर को आने दीजिए, आमंत्रित करिए, तो वो डर, आपका छोटा डर हट जाएगा। तो आई थिंक
And why are you fearful? At least at the end, you are going to die.
या
That is certain. Certain. That's what I said. That is certain. Either die today with truth or die with lies. Lie may make you feel like it is giving protection, but that is hollow protection. Nothing solid. Savanji, anything?
Yeah, so uh, we can say we must fight ourselves. The fear is lie inside us. Yeah, everyone has fears, but that depend upon us. How do we deal with it? If we fear, live with fear, then you can't live it as alive. If you try to fight with it, then obviously one day you will defeat it, and this day you will feel a more joy, better than previous lives. And also, we can say, as you mentioned, if you hold something important in your hand, then if a lot of stress and pain, you are reach until the last point with the stress and pain. Yeah, then but that it's depend upon us which things we hold. That importance we must know about it. The importance of the things of the stuffs, which if we don't realize, or if we want know about the importance, then sometimes we hold useless things, or you can say it's not more important. Then after reaching the point, we feel regret. What had I actually? It's not important, and I had a lot of stress. I bear a lot of stress and pain. So I want to say we also know about importance, and just before doing any activity or before holding anything, we must think about this its importance, and also think about the as per a good approach, stay a good approach with it, and it will be a more useful our life, and make our life more joyful and fearless.
Simple thing is
Thank
that
you.
living with fear or all the things, the simple statement we can keep here: live with truth, rest will surpass automatically. One more example we can frame: you fear to walk on a brick layered wall. Like I also fear. Uh, but when there is a lion and you see that lion coming just near you, and it will kill you, and you have no other options, there is a wall and you must run over there, and then you can just go and jump, and then you may be saved. In that time you will just leave that fear, because you will not be running your life with that center of fear, but you will be running your life at that particular time from the center of livelihood. You want to save your life. You will start running on that track of single brick layered wall. So fear was inside, but now something important, like Savanji has said, something important was there. Now this was the thing of life. So you started running. So when you start living with the center of truth, the rest thing automatically surpasses. Anyone, anything else? Gyan Prakash ji? No. So we would say like start living the life with from the center of truth. That's all we may do to make this year beautiful and nothing else. I'm sharing a kind of that thing which I shared with most of the schools, but they rejected me. So this is the part of things I'm sharing. There is research on that. You may read that. So I am sharing it in the group. So those things which I kept, okay. So you may that is in the form of link on Google Docs you can open. So thank you very much for participating today's session. I hope it made some sense. It must have been fruitful for you. We'll keep on talking. Keep on learning your English.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye. Good night.